Hi, everybody. Here you were all excited about beginning to learn lead guitar, and I hit you with a bunch of theory stuff. That's right. We're going to begin the lead guitar section with the shortest lecture, I hope, on the minor pentatonic scale and keys. Whenever it comes to playing lead, the first thing you always do is you learn the minor pentatonic scale. It's actually somewhat tedious, so let's get through it as quickly as possible. Here's what it looks like in G. And the reason I'm playing it in G rather than E is that you don't have those open notes down there. Play those with a 1 or a 1 finger. After all, the only time you're going to play an open E as the 1 finger in a scale is 1/12 or even less, if you consider sharps and flats, of the keys that you can play in. So learn how to play with your 1 finger down there rather than an open note, and to begin on like G. G is a good place to begin. A lot of people will call out, let's play a blues in G, and they'll start strumming away. And what these are is the notes that sound good in a blues in a G. Now, first of all, you're playing a G minor scale, which is kind of the sad scale. If you wanted to play a G major scale, by the way, just move up 3 frets, and you'd be playing the G major scale. That's happy time music, but we're playing the blues here. So it's interesting that the root of your scale begins on the root note. That's handy, because that's where you begin your strum, too, pretty much. So it's called the G minor scale because it's played in a minor position rather than the major position for the scale. And it's pentatonic because it only has 5 tones in the scale, and then it repeats again. Now, once again, these are the notes that sound good in a blues. And what we're going to do is we're going to play them together once. Then I'm going to play the blues, and you're going to play them over me playing the blues, which is basically the beginning of you playing lead. So let's go ahead and let's play this pentatonic scale together. Okay, you didn't hear it because I normally edit it out, but I actually got my guitar into my lap without beating it up on my desk. I'm a little cramped here, but I'm going to play the blues with you as best I can. Here we go. So let's play the pentatonic scale beginning on the G. Then we'll put that weak 4th finger into play on that string as well, and play that 4th. So just practice that. If you can do that back and forth, man, you're way ahead of me, actually, because I'm straining to do it. Okay, now we go down to the next string, and it's 1 and 3. Okay? Whoa. And we go down to the next string, and it's 1 and 3. And the way that this is easy to remember is it's the 3, or the 1 to the 4, is the first string, and then you get 3 of the 1 to 3s, and then you get the last 2 as what the first one was. So it's almost kind of balanced, except you get a double there at the end. So let's go through them as if we knew that. And looking at it, we can surmise that. So it goes. Those are the notes that sound good in the blues. So what I want you to do is I want you to play those notes with me. So let's play those notes together one more time. And we'll see if they have to be edited out. And backwards, by the way, is really handy to know. Okay, so there you go, up and down. Play the G minor pentatonic scale. And after doing that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the old familiar strum. Remember, we're going to play the G bar chord strum in a shuffle rhythm, so the blues, and a C followed by a D, and back down to the C, and back down to the G. And in the meantime, what you're going to do is you're going to play this pentatonic scale. So I'll leave this up here on the screen, and here you go. Here's an introduction even. Keep playing that lead. Oh, thank you for doing that. That was fun. So I hope you had a good lead playing the scale over my rhythm as I gave you various rhythms in the key of G, and you played the G minor pentatonic scale over the top. What about the A? Let's do it one more time. What if you were to play the A? I'm not going to show you the chords anymore because I'm just going to move up 2 frets, and you don't need to worry about that. You need to worry about moving up 2 frets and playing a lead over this. Not a lead, but at least a scale. So let's go. So this is the way you hang out around a campfire and you play the blues together with somebody playing the pentatonic scale, and they're going, oh, okay, what kind of lead am I going to pick out of here? But we don't have the time to learn leads based on the pentatonic scale. So what we're going to do is we're going to move right on to playing leads, some substantial ones, in the next lecture. And just in case you don't have a partner to play with, we're going to learn how to play those leads along with some rhythm by ourselves. So that's the next 2 lectures coming up. So there we go. We played the A rhythm and you played your pentatonic scale over it, I just want to point out that if people call out a scale, if you know these notes and where they are, right? If you paused right now and you went, okay, I'm going to play these notes over and over again so that I know where they are. Notice that you're going from E through C, and the C replicates on the A, and then you're going through F, which is up there just above the E. You're playing an entire octave. You can play any chord, and I played you the shapes, or I showed you the shapes for the major, minor, and seventh chords. That's the majority of music that you're going to be asked to play. Now, I want to point out some things about the pentatonic scale. First of all, it repeats, right? We already know this from tuning our guitar. As you go up a string, the string begins to replicate the string down below as you hold notes on it. So if I just took that one shape, which is over here on the right, in the box that I mark 1, I could play in that 1 box, or I could move over to the 2 box. Notice there's a thing here called the house, which you can actually play a lot of leads in. It's 5 notes in this little house shape. And if you can figure out where that is relative to the root note, so look up to the upper right-hand corner. We're in the root of F, by the way, just so I can fit more notes on the screen. You don't often play an F. But there's the house that you might want to find. And then there's playing in the box 3, and there's a box 4 before it all repeats again with box 1. My point in this lecture, which is going to be fairly quick, is not to tell you about how to play the pentatonic scale in every shape that you could encounter, just to tell you that as you learn more, you're going to want to play in other shapes. And by the way, here's some other notes, right? So here's our pentatonic scale in G, and what I've done is I've highlighted these blue notes, which are nice passing notes. And as a result, the string right before that passing note is a really nice note to bend. So let me play this for you, and you can see how the passing note sounds really cool within the minor pentatonic scale. Okay, here we go in A. Right? So that's it up and down with the passing notes. And I did a little, okay, wiggle on that, yeah, whatever. But that 1-3 note up there is one we're going to want to wail on. It sounds great if you bend the string as you play it. So here we go. We played the G minor pentatonic scale with passing notes. Play them over and over again. Here, let me go back to the screen. Here they are with the passing notes. Freeze the screen right here and play this a few times for me. Okay, once you're done, then let's go ahead forward. And what I want to talk about is wailing on this string. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this string. That's a good bending string in that key because it's got 2 notes in front of it that are either in the key or a passing note. So you can go, right? The blues are about sadness, so wail out. What I'm going to have you do is go, and bend that up a whole step, bend it up a half step, bend it up as far as you want to get that note in there while I play the blues in G. And there you go. I hope that was a decent amount of time to wail on that string, and I hope it sounded really cool. So, what have we learned in this lecture? Well, how to play the G minor pentatonic scale, that's pretty big. How to move it to A minor. A reminder of how to play in any key, just move up and down if you remember those notes. Remember where that slide is and go to it. And then how the pentatonic scale pattern repeats as you move up the fretboard. How to play a minor pentatonic scale passing notes and then wailing on those good bending strings. So with that, in the next lecture, we're going to look at essential blues guitar lead licks. So we're going to basically go, for building a great knowledge of lead guitar, you need to know the pentatonic scale and how to incorporate things and how to notes in there. We're just going to learn some cool leads. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth between playing rhythm, singing, and playing lead to create a complete blues song. After all, we've got an introduction, turnarounds, we got a lead, we got a rhythm, we got singing. What the heck? We got the whole thing. So we're going to put an entire song together by the end of this course. I'm getting excited. Things are heating up. So I'll see you in the next lecture.